Thank you for checking out Tea and a Buddy on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello and welcome to Tea and a Buddy podcast. I am Erica.
And I am Dominic.
And today's episode, we're going to be talking about Welsh, the Welsh language, and Welsh words. And if you don't know what Welsh is, it's the language that they speak in Wales.
If you don't know where Wales is, it's to the left of England.
Yes, it's a little country.
It's a tiny little country.
If you've heard our podcast...
It looks a little bit like England, but you might think it was, you'd think, because there's a lot of people who think it's just all of England and Scotland's this tiny little bit at the top or whatever. And some people think it's just all England, that little island. But there is a tiny little area to the left of England called Wales.
Yes. And if you've heard our podcasts before, Dominic is from Wales. And when we met...
I was living in Wales when we met, yeah.
I didn't know what Wales was. It's very embarrassing to admit that, but I had heard of the Prince of Wales only, but I didn't know what that meant. I knew it wasn't Wales as in Wales in the ocean, but I just thought Prince of Wales, whatever, I don't think I put much.
Wales, and people think, well, there's that funny tweet by Donald Trump where he says, "Oh, the Prince of Wales," and he put an H in it. And everybody was just like, "Oh, whales," like the animal,
Yeah.
And it's just like, there's also that you've that meme that goes around of the longest train station name, Llanfair.
Yeah.
I can't say. I mean, I don't speak Welsh at all, really.
You can probably. I
learned it in school, but I just didn't speak it.
I think there's videos on YouTube of people pronouncing that town name. It goes on for miles. You look at the town name on the sign. I think it's at the train station or something. It's like "Welcome to wherever," and the name goes on for miles. And I think that there's videos on YouTube of people like trying to pronounce it or see how fast they can say this name, because it's the Welsh language, you guys. If you've never seen it in writing, or if you've never heard anybody speak it, it's full of consonants. There's no vowels to be seen, or there's very few vowels to be seen anywhere. So it'll have like 5 consonants in a row and then maybe a vowel, and you're just like, how do you even begin to pronounce these words? And a lot of the times there'll be like 2 L's next to each other, whereas in Spanish the L's make a yeah sound. So
Castillo.
So if
Castillo.
And
in Welsh it's like
So if
it's a really kind of like weird way of saying it, because everybody just says la.
Or there'll be like a random W that's like silent sometimes.
I mean, we've got 10 words here that I'm going to quiz Eric on to see if she knows what they mean in English.
Yeah.
And also if she can pronounce them.
So I think what we should do, though, maybe we'll put the words in the blog that if you guys just listen to these podcasts and you're listening to them on iTunes or something like that, we have a website.
We have a website, teaandabuddy.com.
Yeah, and we have a blog post that goes with each one of these podcasts. And there'll just be like a little blurb, because obviously we don't want to give away everything that we talk about in the podcast in the blog. But there's a little blog post, there's a picture, and we generally put the picture up on our Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all of that. So if you follow us on social media, you'll see the picture whether you go on the website or not. But anyway, there's a little blog post that goes with each podcast. And so in this blog post, I think that maybe we'll put the words so that you can actually see the spelling of these words.
Yeah.
Maybe you
can give them a try yourself and practice them on your friends.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to spell them out before you say it to me, and then I guess what it is.
I'll say it in my best pronunciation that I can from what I can remember from living in Wales.
But do you want to spell it so that they can try to
visualize
it, or should we just put that in the blog?
We can just put it in the blog, I think.
Don't you love how we're brainstorming this as we go along?
Yeah, this is behind the scenes of Tea and a Buddy.
Yeah. So I've had a little sneak peek at the list here, and I already know what 2 of these words are, but
Yes.
but the others
I've
don't.
tried to pick easy words.
I think the first one, before we get to it, I've seen it, but I do not remember what it is. So do you want to go get on with it?
We'll get on with this list, I think. Yeah. Number 1 is croissant. Do you want me to go ahead and spell it out?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Croeso.
That's very good. You win the spelling bee.
Yeah.
Croissant. Yeah, I have seen this word in writing, and I've heard it said either by you or whoever, but I don't remember what this means.
I'll give you a phrase, actually. I'll give you a phrase. It's just the one word here, but croissant I Cymru.
Cymru, I think I know. That's one of the words that I think I do. Oh, is it I live? Like I live.
No.
Live.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I live here. No, it's not.
Okay, I don't know.
It's welcome.
Welcome.
Croeso means welcome, and croissant I Cymru means welcome to Wales. Or Cymru. So you like that because it's spelled CY.
Yeah, well, that's
MRU.
You might as well do that one next, since that was on the list.
Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Cymru.
You're ruining things.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah. Okay.
So number 2 is Cymru.
Number 2 is Cymru. Okay. Well, number 3 then is Dut. It's DWT. Dut.
Oh my god.
It rhymes with put. So you say Dut. It's like a slang. It's a Welsh slang word.
The thing about these words, like,
it has no literal translation. It's just something that means something.
The thing about these words and just having them given to you like this is it's like it could mean absolutely anything. It's not like, on these other things where, and maybe we should make a separate episode about this, but like Cockney rhyming slang or something like that, you can sort of decipher what it means, and it's just slang. So these are actual words in another language.
You can decipher Cockney rhyming slang by knowing what the full phrase is.
Yeah.
But when they just say part of the phrase,
We'll do another episode.
Yeah, we'll do another episode of Cockney rhyming slang, but this is Welsh now, so.
Dut.
Dut.
DWT.
Dut.
You guys.
DWT. What does it mean?
If you go to Wales, it's just the craziest language. And the thing is
Dut.
They don't speak it really in South Wales.
Yeah.
In northern Wales.
It's bilingual on the signs and in the grocery stores and everything, but yeah, it's only mostly North Wales who speaks it.
I have no idea. Dut. Foot, I'll say.
No, it has no literal translation into a word. It just means like he's cute. He's little. Something that's little and cute, Okay. It's like, oh, he's a dut of the thing. Or she's a dut of a thing. I actually never heard it growing up.
Maybe you should say it. Maybe you should give me a little sentence like that, because I still probably wouldn't have been able to figure out, oh, she's a dut of a thing.
She's a little dut of a thing, she is. Oh, lovely, love her. She's a dut. She's a dut.
I have no idea.
It's kind of the same thing. I don't remember hearing it growing up. Obviously most of these words I do.
Nobody ever called you a dut.
No, because I wasn't cute or little. So So what are we on, number 4 now?
No, number 3.
Well, number 3, but Yeah.
So we did.
Cymru.
I pronounce it Cymru because that's the way it looks like it should be pronounced. It's Cymru. So
yeah, it was number 10 on the list. I just forgot about it.
Yeah, and it's pronounced Cymru. And it
Croissant I tia Butty.
Wales, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wales.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
So that was number 10, but we're going back up to the number 3 on the list. This is so confusing.
It's confusing everybody now. So let's just carry on as intended. Number 3 is Ichwyd.
Spell that, I think.
IECHYD, and then a separate word is DA.
IECHYD. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a spelling bee.
Ichwyd. 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 That's what they say.
Icky.
Ichwyd. Icky that. That's what a lot of, like, English people know. You know, if you're really in England and, you know, a Welshman comes up to them and says, oh, you don't even know what I'm saying. You know, what's the only Welsh you know? They'll say, icky tha.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, so you could probably guess what it means from that.
No, I have no
I'm
idea.
going to start giving clues out here now. Because it's like,
I have no
Giving
earthly idea.
giving clues out now. What in Britain generally, what do people like to do?
Eat chips.
Yeah.
I have
No,
no
no,
idea.
but what else? What else? It's the same in the similar vein. What do they like to do?
Go to the pub.
Yes. And when you're in the pub, you.
Order a pint.
And when you order a pint.
Oh
you-
my god.
When you order a pint, what do? You go.
Cheers.
Yes, that's what it means.
Oh my god, what?
That's what it means. Cheers. Icky
Why
tha.
do English people know
icky
what that
tha.
means?
Because it's like, you know, it's Welsh for cheers, you know. It's like you go to a pub in Wales, it's like, icky tha, mate, you know, icky tha.
We need to talk about
And it's
why
so funny.
English people don't like Welsh people and vice versa.
Well, it's like why Scottish people don't like English people and vice versa, you know. It's like that same age-old thing, you know. Scots in it. He's Scotch. And well, anyway, we're going off topic now. So
It wouldn't be the first time. Icky thought. Okay, so it's like over here how people say salud.
Salud.
That's not English,
Yeah.
but you know,
Icky
people
tha.
know what that means.
So if there's ever a Welsh, like, you know, pub over here, if they're watching Welsh rugby or anything, and we happen to stumble upon it in Texas, you know what to say when you order a pint.
IECHYD and then separate word DA.
And it's like icky tha.
Icky.
Icky tha. I might be saying it wrong. There might be some Welsh listeners out there who are saying you are butchering that pronunciation.
You're never allowed back in Wales.
Never allowed back in Wales. And they might think the next one.
Let's just spell this out. I think you should spell them out first so that listeners can, like, in their head think how this is going to be pronounced.
Okay, it's YC. This is number 4 now. This is YCH AV, separate word AF, and separate word I.
Okay, but there's dashes, so what?
It's just it's said in like concession, you know.
Okay.
Consequent.
Okay.
You know?
YCH, that's a word, you guys.
Yeah.
YCH, that is a word. AF.
So try and
We all know
say
what AF
YCH.
means.
AF.
Yes. We all
Yes.
know what AF means.
Yes.
Yes. And then I.
It's said as all one word, really.
Okay, so how do you think that's pronounced? Let's hear it. I'm not gonna attempt that. I don't know why you're putting the microphone in my face.
You know, you try it. You try it out. Try it out. What do you think it says? I've put the pronunciation of it right by next to it, anyways.
Yeah, but I mean that still doesn't. Ukavi.
Achavi. Achavi.
Ukavi.
Achavi, man.
God.
Achavi. Achavi. What do you think it means?
I think it means like oive.
No.
Oh God.
In the right vein, I'd say. Should have done this in a Welsh accent, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Achavi, man. Achavi.
Just because you add the man on the end, it doesn't help me.
Yeah, that's what people say. All right, man. Dunno, man. You know, that's very Welsh. Achavi
No idea.
means disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Ugh.
You know?
So it just means.
So
ugh.
you know, you have a place. Yeah, it just means ugh. Achavi, man.
God.
Achavi, get him away, man. He's disgusting. He is.
Uchavi. Ugh. AF. There you go.
Achavi, yeah, that's how you say it. Achavi, man. Number 5, CWTCH.
Yeah, I know this one.
You know this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've told you about it before. Or you've heard it on somewhere.
CWTCH.
TCH.
So how do you think that is?
How do you think that's pronounced?
Just say it out loud in your car, at your desk, wherever you're listening, lying in bed. Just give it a little try.
This is the Welsh language program.
Okay, now
Learning Welsh
tell us how it really
with Tea
sounds.
and a Buddy. Cwtch.
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 Which means cuddle.
Not cooch. Cwtch.
Oh, God. This is family programming.
This is a family program. How dare you?
It means cuddle, yeah. Cuddle.
Cuddle, yeah. Like a cwtch. Oh, he's cwtching up to me, was. My dog. My little dog and like our cat Holly, when she comes in the morning, she slams down, she's having a cwtch. She's having a little cwtch, she is.
Yes.
Cwtching up, you know, that's what it means, cuddle. Number 6 is SGLODION.
SGLODION. Okay, so you got that, listeners? Because
Did you get it?
He doesn't have a little pronunciation key next to this word. So
Well,
I'll give it a try here.
I kind of give up with the pronunciation key when, you know, I know what it means, you know. Okay. I know how to pronounce it anyway.
So this is SGLODION. So in Britain, there's a movie theater called the Odeon, and that's how I'm going to pronounce the end of this word. It's not spelled the same way, but... So I'm going to say Sclodion.
Sclodion.
I'm very literal with the way
Sclodion, yeah. Sclodion it is, actually. Sclodion.
So that one is sort of pronounced the way
Sclodion.
Sclodion.
So what do you think Sclodion means?
Sclodion. Give me like a... you
need a reference,
Give me like a little
clue.
sentence or something. Or, you know, a sentence where somebody might slip that into an English phrase.
I'm going to get some Sclodion.
Oh, God. Food. I don't know.
Yeah. What kind of food? Very famous word. It's a national food of Wales, actually.
Sclodion.
And you know, it's even more famous than the leeks that they purport to be the most famous.
Lava bread.
No, even more famous than that.
Sclodion.
Sclodion. I'm going to get some Sclodion now, ma'am. I'll be back in a minute. My next one might give it away, actually.
Sclodion. I have no idea.
I'm going down the Sclodion shop.
Chippy.
Chip shop, yeah, chips. That's what it means, chips. National food of Wales, man.
Yeah.
Mine
that is the national food of
That
Wales.
is, I've declared it the national food of Wales, and I think every Welsh person will agree with me that chips are on the menu, and they're here to stay. And it'll be a sore time if Wales ever runs out of chips.
Do you guys know that in Wales you can get chips at a Chinese restaurant, at an Indian restaurant, at an Italian restaurant? You can literally get, like, on the side of your lasagna, you can get an order of chips.
You can get chips and lasagna.
I mean, you could technically do that, I guess, over here too, but, like, who would? Nobody would do that.
Yes, they would, if they knew the magic of chips.
That is so...
Chips
bizarre.
are it's a very obsessive culture, chips. It's like if chips ever disappeared, if like one day, like in the Yesterday movie, everybody forgot about chips and you were the only one who remembered it, you know, you'd make a bloody million in Wales. I'll tell you that now.
We were just watching some of our travelers on YouTube and catching up with some of their old episodes, and they said that chips are not as big a thing in Britain as the rest of the world makes it out to be, because people are not that unhealthy that they eat chips all the time.
Who said that?
But they're not Welsh, though, are they? The people who said that, so maybe that's the difference.
No, chips are. I mean, you just have to go into a restaurant and see chicken tikka masala and chips. Yeah. Everything. I think I should have taken a photo.
You're talking about in Wales.
In Wales itself, yeah.
They're English, by the way, this couple that said that. So.
Yeah. I mean, but chips are really like a national obsession in Wales, because, well, in South Wales anyway, because you could go into any pub and they do food and it would just be and chips and chips and chips and chips and chips and chips on the blackboard.
Yeah.
And it could be anything. It could be vegetable soup and chips. You know, it could be roast beef and chips. Chicken tikka masala and chips.
But I would be curious, like, to poll some Welsh people and see if
They like chips.
Not if they like them, but if they eat them that often, you know. I would think that
I did anyway. I ate my weight 10 times over in chips, and I still would because they're just so good. And from a chip shop anyway.
But I think a lot of people are more concerned about health now, and they don't want to eat that amount of like.
Well, they're not forced to eat that amount of chips.
Grease
I'll eat them
stuff,
for them.
you know.
Yeah, I mean grease and all that. Yeah, it's. I mean, it is bad for you. You know, you don't want to eat fried food all the time. Clog your arteries, you get a heart attack, and then you die. And it's a very sad end because you won't be able to eat chips anymore.
Anyway, we're off topic there, but
no, we're not. We're talking about Sclodion, man.
But I would be interested in like polling Welsh and English, and you know, I don't know if Scotland's really like huge on their chips too. But I'd be interested.
Have we got any Scottish listeners out there? They probably laughed their heads off when you said that.
I'd be interested in putting a poll up though, because
Scotland is well known for their fried food. That is something, like the state fair.
Yeah,
that's Scotland as a country. Texas State Fair, deep frying butter, deep frying everything. Scotland likes its fried food. You know, it's even worse than Wales, I think, for its chips.
I don't know. I'd be curious to see how.
I mean, I'm half
people
Scottish and
now.
half Welsh, so it was given for me at birth that I was going to like chips and fried food and fish and chips, and all that kind of stuff. But yes, anyway, getting back to the list now, because we talked about Sclodion too long. Number 7 is YSGOL. YSGOL. What's that?
YSGOL. Again, he does not have a little pronunciation guide on the side of this.
No, I don't.
Okay. So I know that the Y in Cymru is pronounced like a U. Usgol.
Yeah, you got it.
Usgol?
Ysgol. Yeah, Ysgol.
Okay.
Ysgol.
There we go.
Now, what does it mean?
Guys. What does it mean? Oh, God. Ysgol.
Do I have to give you a clue? Ysgol.
Yes. Use it in a sentence, please.
Well, Adventures with A and P just got home from Ysgol.
Oh, it kind of sounds like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
School,
yeah.
Ysgol. Yeah, it sounds
Adventures
like
with
school.
A and P are our niece and nephew, by the way.
Yes, they have a little YouTube
They have a
channel.
little
So if you have children, check them out.
Yeah.
A little plug for our niece and nephew's YouTube channel.
We work on that also, as well as this, so.
Yes.
But yeah, they just got home from Ysgol.
Ysgol.
And I went to Ysgol y Gyfan Bryngwyn.
So that's like one of the only words so far that we've talked about that actually kind of sounds like the English word. Ysgol. School.
Yeah.
It sort of sounds like
It sort of sounds similar, yes.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah. Number 8.
Number 8 is
SIOP.
I thought the I from back here. I thought the I was an L. I was like slop. What?
Slop. No, this is SIOP.
SIOP.
This, you were just talking about it. I mean, this will probably give it away, but yeah. I won't say any more, actually.
SIOPs. Okay, so how is the I pronounced? I don't really know how the Sclodion. So it's pronounced like an E in Sclodion. Siop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Siop.
Shop.
Yeah, shop.
So that one sounds sort of
there you
similar,
go.
too.
See, yeah, there's a lot of like one of those.
You
know.
say it like siop?
Shop. I think you do, but I think there's Welsh people who would say it just like shop.
Yeah. Go to the shop.
Go to the shop.
That was my Welsh.
I go to the shop and I get my things. My faggots and peas. I want to get my faggots and peas and my lava bread and my Sclodion. But yes. Siop, yeah, so I'm going to the shop. Shop.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 9 is MAES, new word, PARCIO.
Maesparcio.
Yeah.
Okay.
How would you pronounce that one then?
So the C's in Croisco, was that the first word?
Yeah. Croissant.
So the C in that one is K, and the C in Cymru is K. So I'm going to say Parcio.
Parcio, yeah.
Okay, so that's the second word.
Parcio. It sounds a bit Italian, that, doesn't it? Parcio. Hey, Parcio.
Parcio. Parcio. Okay. And then the first word is Maes. Croiso. So the E kind of makes that word like E. Mice, then?
Mice.
M-A-E-S. Mice Parcio.
Mice Parcio. Mice Parcio, man.
Mice Parcio.
What does Mice Parcio mean?
I'm gonna guess that Parcio is like park.
Yeah. She's got it. By Jove.
For mice. No, I haven't.
It's a mice park. That's what it's a mice.
Disneyland.
It's Disneyland. She just literally screamed that in my face. It's Disneyland.
The mice park. Mickey Mouse. Disneyland.
No.
Oh, wah, wah.
Very sorry about that.
No idea. Mice Parcio. Let's go to the park.
Nope.
Okay, what is it?
I'm trying to think of a sentence to put this in now.
Mice Parcio.
I'd say if
Parcio.
it's somewhere you park.
Oh, the car park?
Car park, yeah. There we go.
So car is
Mice.
mice?
Mice Parcio, yeah.
Okay. I like mine better. It should be Disneyland. It should
Just
be called
Mice Parcio.
Yeah.
Mice Parcio, hey. And number 10, since we did it already, I'm going to change it up. I'm adding a late addition to this
Oh
to
my
this one.
God, okay.
And it's going to be Nofio.
Nofio. So in Sglodion, it's IO is Eon. So what is it again?
Nofio.
Nofio. So I'm going to say Fio is the end.
Fio.
N-O. Nofio.
Navio.
Novio. Boyfriend.
Where did you get boyfriend from?
In Spanish, novio is boyfriend. Mi novio.
No. No, it's not. It's just like novio. It's like boyfriend.
In
What?
Spanish, that's what it is. Mi novio.
Mi novio, mi novio. Yeah, I've probably heard it in Spanish songs and all that. No, it's not. Novio.
Novio is...
If you were going to the beach, you would do some novio.
Oh, like swimming?
Swimming, yes.
Novio, swimming.
If I'd said the full thing, if I'd said swimming pool, PWLL,
Oh.
you would have probably got it. PWLL sounds like pool. It's pooth. And that's actually an area.
Novio Pooth.
Pooth novio. Pooth novio. Pool novio. Pooth novio. Something like that, yeah. But yeah, that's all 10.
Well, how'd you do, listeners?
How'd you do? Did you get it? Do you think it's just a made-up language? Do you really think that Mice Parcio should be Disneyland?
You know, should we refer to you guys as listeners, or do you want to be called something else? Like, you know, on YouTube channels,
Buddies.
Buddy
buddies, or adventurers, or
adventure.
Yeah,
You mean
adventures.
on
Adventures.
YouTube.
Yeah, like on YouTube, you know.
Yeah.
Podcasters. What would they call?
Beans, they say.
The beans. Legends.
Yeah. If you know any of these YouTube channels.
These references that we're referencing here. I mean, some of them might be obvious, and some of them might not be.
I don't know. I feel kind of weird calling them anything. So
yeah.
I just say listeners, but I don't know if that offends you.
Well, they are listening. Well, they are a listener because they're listening to us, aren't they? Yeah. I mean, if they were here, they'd be talking too.
Yes.
We'll have to get you on.
Friends. Just call you our
friends. Well, you see, that's a copyright infringement because the only friends are the ones who have rent control in New York City.
I don't know why when I just said Friends, it made me think of nope, it made me think of the In-Betweeners.
Friends. No, they got friends.
Oh, friends.
Friends, we united. Yeah. Yes. But yes, that was all about. I think we're done. Yeah, and well, we're not actually done because we've got a bonus entry to talk about.
Yes, if you have entered our British Snacks giveaway on social media.
We have a British Snacks giveaway. We are giving away so many British snacks. So if you have not entered, you need to enter.
We've had a lot of
It's only like 8
too.
days until 9 days, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a week from Thursday it ends.
Yeah.
So only a few more podcasts left. If you've been listening to the podcast this month, we've been giving you ways to get bonus entries in every podcast because we have a lot of people who've entered.
Every time you say bonus entries, it just makes me think of bonus nachos. Bonus nachos!
Bonus nachos.
Which is Spanish for good night.
Well, it's a Looney Tunes reference.
Yes, but it's also Spanish for good night. Buenas noches.
Yes. Anyway, I'm totally lost my train of thought there.
If you've entered our giveaway,
yes.
If
you've listened to our podcasts this month, we've been giving you ways to get bonus entries, and the reason for that is because we've had a lot of entries into this contest.
It's like you all want British snacks, and we all thought British food was bad, but it's all it's obviously open to Americans only, really.
Yeah,
and we don't foresee why
Americans,
British people would want things they can freely access to.
Well, British expats.
British expats. Yes, that's what I mean. I mean,
people living in America. It's open.
Yeah, people living in America.
And
yes.
The reason we did that, guys, I know we have had some other people living in Britain or living in
Canada. Canada, we've had a couple of people who are upset that we didn't open it up to there. And there's a couple of people living in Mexico too, expats in Mexico, American expats who wanted to get in the giveaway, and they was like, "Oh, is this for people living in?" I was like, "Well, yeah, it's just for the contiguous United States,
Puerto Rico, Hawaii, wherever." But
Hawaii, and
Alaska. We had to limit it to America because shipping is expensive, and we broke. So
we're very broke.
But anyway, the reason why we're giving these bonus entries, like I said, is because we've had a lot of entries. So in order to kind of get your name into the drawing more than once so you can have a better chance of winning, we're giving you opportunities to get bonus entries. And today's bonus entry is for you to go back onto whichever social media site you originally entered the contest on. So whether it was Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, go back on that same one and tag 3 more friends.
Tag them.
Yeah, so
tag 3 more friends.
So originally, to get your first entry, you needed to have tagged 3 friends in the first place. So now we're asking you to just go and tag 3 more friends, and you get another entry into the contest.
Yeah.
Isn't that easy?
Very easy. In fact, I'm going to do it right now because I want some of this stuff.
I think we're disqualified from that.
What? Never been disqualified in my life. It's like Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire again.
If you would like to help us be able to open up our contests to the world next time, maybe consider visiting our Patreon site or our Ko-fi page. And there are ways there that you can become a Patreon.
We will be adding benefits on our Patreon page as well. So, there's a whole new world of content opening up there.
Yeah.
We've already got a couple, and we're very thankful to them.
We're very thankful. It's never required, but if you do want to help, then you can do that. If not, then just listening helps us. Sharing.
Let us be heard by anybody.
Yeah. Give us a review.
Tell your mom about us.
Tell people why you like listening to our podcast so that they might want to listen.
Yes, because we talk about anything and everything, really.
Yeah. And you know what, guys? We've also had a few people ask us about a P.O. box, and the same situation applies to that. We just don't have it in the budget at the
we
moment.
don't have it
to
in the
a
budget to have a PO box, but if you really want to send us things, then we will consider it. We will.
Yeah,
we will definitely. And you know, you can send us all your hate mail and
let us know if you're interested, because we don't really want to like get a PO box and then maybe just one person sends us a letter, a postcard or something, you know, every few months or something. We want to know that people are interested, and it's going to be worth having
we
that.
Get 10 people maybe wanting to send us stuff, then yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's just got to be, you know, it's just another expense that we have to consider and
to factor in.
Yeah. So anyway, all of that, do all the things. You guys know what to do. We appreciate you listening as always, and we'll talk to you next time.
Talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I should have said something Welsh to say goodbye to, shouldn't I?